Hi guys, my name is Mariam, Mrs. Mariam Machelu. I'm married, but I'm acting as a single mother at the moment with my two babies, my two children, and my husband is in Africa while I am here in Australia. I I put a bit of a video on my WhatsApp. Sorry guys, about how I budget my house stuff, and I got few requests on how people can go about it. How can people can go with um, the budgeting? I should shed more light on how I do it. So I'll be showing what I did. So what I did, because I learned this the hard way. I used to have so much money. At once I used to work a lot and I would get a lot of money per hour. And at the end of the day, after years, I had nothing. So I don't want that to happen anymore because my kids are growing. My husband and me, we're growing. So what I did, I came to write for, I wrote here, this is, if you can see here, this is like all all the stuff I use, house essentials. Like you can see, I have toilet papers and so on, bathing soaps, but for bathing like shower gels, all those things. So house essentials is everything you keep buying every 1 week, 2 weeks, monthly. That is not food. That doesn't go in the fridge or in the pantry. So then I came and I went on the website, shopping website. Our shops have website. If you don't have shops that have websites, you go to the market and ask for prices. I know prices changes, but just go to the market and keep updating prices. When you go shopping, you'll always find if things change or not. Then you will be able to update. So I did the total. So keep in mind, this is everything I usually buy in my house. So I just made it easier for me to find prices for each and then calculate. If maybe there's a day I maybe traveled and I didn't pay attention and come back, I realize I do not have anything. Before you travel, you should probably save that amount of money when you come back because you know you're going to renew everything in the house, right? So the next thing I did was to go through this list, food list. So food list is everything from the fridge, from the pantry, from the freezer, everything is here, like from the spices, everything is here. So I wrote everything that I usually use. You shouldn't think too much of what if I change stuff I use. That time comes, you'll replace or you'll add depending on how much money you're getting or how much money you're saving at the end of the day. So then I then put up a bill. So my bills, I usually on my expenses, I will usually write everything down. I don't just say bills, no. On bills, because bills is the most important part of making sure that you are saving money. So my bills here, you have rent, my mobile, electricity, and my bond and transport. If you have a car, my car got into an accident, so I don't have a car right now, and I don't want to get into a car unless I can get a new one. So all that goes on your bills. Everything is about like your tithe, your loan. Make sure your loan is actually number one. After your rent is your loan. Because if you don't pay your loan, then my friend, you are not saving because you have to pay off your loan so that you can save. All the money you're saving, and if you're not paying your loan off, you might end up paying your loan off with the money you're saving. So make sure your loan payment or payment goes on your bills. Then I usually use Afterpay because I'm a single mother. I don't want to be paying for big things at once. We have something called Afterpay where you can pay 4 times. In 4 weeks time, in 8 weeks time, you pay 4 times. So every 2 weeks you pay off on that certain thing you bought. So there's a company that we have in Australia that will actually pay things outright for you. Then that company will have right to your account, but they will only be removing money every 2 weeks. The money, like 4 times. They'll divide that amount of money you spend for that thing 4 times. So it gives you time, enough time to use, like, to save up and to make sure you're not using all that money and you're left empty in case of anything. Remember, don't utilize this if you have it in, I'm sure if you're in America or in Australia, you do have it. Don't misuse it. So for me, I had to put this on a different page because this is not Afterpay. So my 4 weeks, my 3 weeks, because I've paid, actually paid, I'm paying this in the next few days. So these 2 weeks, these 2 pay, will be within 4 weeks. I have a date, I have the amount total, and then I have the individual payment that is coming out. So that I know, okay, this is how much and this is what is happening. So I know from this date, I will be free and more money into my bank, and I've bought so much stuff. Voila, but no useless stuff. So I put it Afterpay different than my bills because it's really not that important. I would have lived in an empty house without it, So then I'll hide this because this is my income. So with my income, I put all my incomes, every income that you have, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 incomes here. So I'll put three, or if you have more than that, you just put all your incomes coming in. Then I went ahead and did my savings. So I will do this. If you see my savings here, the only one saving that I've not added here is my other young child. So I put my emergency savings, my daughter's savings, and then there's my younger child's savings who is too young, so I'm opening it soon. And then I have pocket money, and then I have pig bank. And the other one that I've not put here is projects, because my project money has gone into my pig bank. Yeah, the reason I put in the piggy bank out of my bank is because I want to first really know what I really want to do with my either project, or if I want to get a car, or I want to really invest this money, or I want to have to do each. So instead, I just thought, let me put it where I can never get it. I'll never know how much, but I keep record of everything I put in there. So yeah, so you can add all your savings, whatever you're saving for. And it can be specific. Remember, you can open as many bank accounts as you want, as long as you make sure that it's actually working for you. Then here we have, I'll just hide the total of my savings, because then it doesn't make sense. What are my savings? So the total of my savings is there. I then have now expenses, total expenses. So I have my grocery expenses, rent expenses, Afterpay expenses, my mobile, my electricity, my bond, my transport, and then down I do have my savings. Now, how did I come up with my grocery expenses? Remember the lists? I have 2 lists, right? I have my essential list, and I have my house essential list, and I have my food list. So that's a lot. When you realize over time how many things we buy in the house is a lot, and you must be intentional about everything. So what I would do the day, like let's say a week or few days, for me it's like 5 days before I do shopping, and then the last day before the shopping day, I will go through the house and I will check if there's anything that need to be added or bought. Just like maybe rice is small, so I need to add, instead of the normal 2 kg that is in my food list, I'll probably do 1 kg. Or I need rice, so I'll just do the 2 kg. Or I have a lot of things. So from all that list, remember, this is the only thing that need to be bought this week. Remember, there's some things I've already also upgraded because I needed them before the day, because they are finished. So I will cancel them, like you can see here, and there's some things I'll cancel. So you can tell my total came to 205 for food, and for essential was 25. So that's the only thing that I need to get. So totaling up, that's my grocery expense for this pay. Now, what do I do with my pay? When I get paid, I'll take out the first thing I take out is my bills. It's very important you take out your bills. Now, you have to remember, what pay are you getting? Because listen, if you're a single mother and you're a single father, and you're a student, you have to know that the little you're getting is important. You don't become homeless while you're paying tithe. You understand me? Be logical about everything. So you talk to your pastor and just show your pastor. And if your pastor is really have a heart of love, they will talk to you. They will explain to you. Or if you give your tithe in different places, you will know what to do. So my bills, I'll put it first out, making sure everything's being paid, my afterpay. Unless I've maybe my afterpay, I've gone levels where like you can actually wipe at, like that week you don't pay because you've shown that you can pay your things, so they've upper your levels. But I'll pay my bills, I'll pay my afterpay, then I'll send money to all my savings, right? And then I'll remove my grocery money, my transport money, and everything. Once I remove everything, there will be amount remaining from my pay. So that money that remains from my pay, what do I do with it? I don't just start misusing it. No. Whatever remains now, it now shows, because I've already removed pocket money. My pocket money, it's more like I need a major shopping, It's more like I need a major thing bought. And I don't feel like I have money. So I'll touch there if it's really important. And sometimes maybe project or giving. If I want to give someone, it'll come from my pocket money. So that's my one saving I have. But that remaining money there, it's money that I can actually send some money into my pocket money, send some money into my project savings or my car savings, send some money into my daughter's account, or add it into maybe get more stuff in the house that I feel like they will not wait until shopping day, so that I can end up saving on the shopping day because I already have it. Make sense? But at the end of the day, my aim is to not just misuse it. I just don't want the money to disappear. I actually want to keep as much as I can of it. Yeah? So that before the day of your pay, put that money into savings because you never used it. And you don't just leave it in there. No. You put that money into savings if you never used it. You put that money into paying off your loans, or you put that money into paying off something that you can be able to pay off. Makes sense? But apart from that, I can continue one day, tell you other things, but at the moment, that's all I wanted to explain to you. Please, please, please treasure what that little you have and try to get as many income as you can get if you are smart, not like me. Bye. Ciao. God bless you. I love you.